70s
Blinded by
arena
the
rock
light.
band. 70s arena rock.
Yeah, blinded by the light.
All right. Right on the set.
Something about a deuce. You're taking
Douche.
a deuce. Yeah.
Oops. Zoom Room Video Communications brought
Alright,
to
it's
you
12
by
o'clock,
the
boys and girls.
BMC.
It's that time again.
I know. Waiting on Laz.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Ain't no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo of Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another
And
edition
that's
of
not
Lunch.
Jack. I don't know why that's happening, but we'll see if we can't get Jack back in where he belongs.
Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we
I
interpret the
hear him.
news so you don't have to. But yeah, it Zoom problems this morning. Zoom went down, and that
Zoom
is
killing
our
us this
teleconferencing
morning.
software,
That's right.
and
I
it
gotta
has
See
caused
if we can't.
yeah, it has caused Laz technical difficulties.
It's
all his fault.
causing all sorts of difficulties here. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
going to just exit it out on this machine here for a moment.
Oh,
I'm not
you're
going to
you're
leave
gonna
the
try
meeting. I'm not going to
something?
kill the meeting for everybody.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can just refix that funks by reconnecting, if it lets me connect back in. Otherwise, you'll see nothing on screen there,
Yeah,
as you see
you're gonna
now.
break everything.
But yes, welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, January 9th, with some technical difficulties going on here, but of course that's par for the course. So hang tight while we get that fixed, and we'll go ahead and move and
That's
get a
what
couple
happens when
other
our
things.
teleconferencing software goes down. It just breaks everything.
Well, I'll tell you what, this, you pay enough for this damn shit every year. This shit shouldn't happen. That's why we buy the good stuff.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we paid for this service, or actually,
Yeah.
it was donated to us.
Well, again, it's just for somebody supported us. That's right, the BMC. Thanks to the BMC for supporting the Zoom room this year. But it's not, there's something going on in their servers because
Well, I went to the one of the down detectors
Waldo!
websites, and I even posted the link inside of Discord.
thank you
for
for the bits. Thank you very much.
Oh. Wait,
You have Zeffler's got a Zoom meeting in 30 minutes at work. Hey, check
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah, here, hold on. Down detector, and then boom, just for you, Zeffler. It was broken earlier. Yeah, so hopefully it gets you out of that meeting so that way you can spend all of your quality time with Lunch with Laz and Jack. And Laz is no longer in Zoom, so it's all me all over this. But I've got the perfect graphic for that since I just noticed that you were not here, editor.
What do you have? The other graphic there?
Laz crashed again. I have the graphic for Laz crashed again. You don't have a placeholder graphic for me?
I do not, because
See?
very, very rarely ever have to use anything like that.
Oh, yeah. See,
Yeah, because we don't have that problem. See?
You've experienced so many technical difficulties
Yeah,
that
like
I have
that
a
there.
graphic just for
Yeah,
you.
that's the green screen behind me that everybody sees there now.
What? I don't see you.
I flipped the camera on, which may be a problem
Oh. Yeah, that's going to completely screw everything. You realize that, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. We just
Yeah, it is.
remove that. There we go. That fixed that problem.
Now maybe you'll eventually get back in Zoom.
Eventually, I don't know. It's not cooperating at this point, but that's not going to stop us. It'll eventually connect.
Yeah. Did you pay attention to that patch that came out yesterday at all?
You know, as it was so quick and did it in the background that I saw somebody mention it somewhere, and I restarted the game and it just didn't even show up because I guess it came in the background.
It was another minuscule patch.
Let's get that up on screen. Here we go. I'm back in Zoom now, so let's see how this came up. Here we go.
Okay,
so let me see if I can do what normally works. Pin me there, pin you there. And that should...
Shadow. Yeah, get back here. I didn't mean to lock that.
Do that one. There we go. Hey, we're back.
You're back. You're back for now. Or so you think.
Botox, how you doing? Twilight Tempest, how's it going out there? Thanks, everybody, for joining us again. Waldo B. Donham, thank you for those bits. I've already hit the Bang D out there where all the links are there where you can send donations to help keep us going here. And we're going to continue the trend. We're going to open up a giveaway today for scrolls. Actually, that reminds me, I need to annoy everybody in Universe Chat. Do I have that copied in? There we go. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
and it went as Laz AFK. Did you see that there, or is that just on my screen?
I don't pay attention to the
Just on
spam.
your screen.
But yes, patch number 892 did come out yesterday afternoon at 5:30 p.m. Another very, very small patch. I think it was another 20 meg variety. So if you blinked, you might have missed
quick.
it. But it increased the deco and light limits for player-owned towns by roughly 1 tier. So if you had a holdfast, now the light limits and deco limits are those of a hamlet and so forth, and all the way up to Crossroads, all the way up to that thing that is now bigger than a metropolis. The POT Chow Insula, they replaced the interconnections with balloons, Owl's Head, and the Pot Festival. And out in Exeter Crag mines, the version of the scene that appears in the target list for teleport zone scrolls no longer does so.
So, what does that mean? You can no longer teleport in, or was it teleporting to the wrong version of the scene? I don't get that.
It may have been teleporting to the single player only version.
Again, I'm not, maybe the mine wasn't supposed to be a teleport point.
I don't know. Well, I actually had this thought earlier this morning, because I was restocking one of my vendors with scrolls. Now that you've got, yeah, pretty much. That's exactly
there
what it was.
He is. We were just talking about
welcome.
Happy
Sean.
New Year, Sean.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, guys.
With the replacement of the inclusion of the teleport to zone scrolls, are they going to make it so that the teleport to the friends scroll actually do what the old zone used to do, where it would go directly to where that player was standing when you initiated that teleport?
Yeah, that would be interesting to see, and I gotta say, with the inclusion of this scroll, and actually, I believe I've got some. Do you have both in your inventory by chance?
I've got all the scrolls in my inventory.
Okay. Let's just filter by scroll here.
Yeah, just do a search by scroll.
Yeah. Recall scroll, teleport to friend scroll, teleport to zone scroll. Can't we just simplify this by making it a recall scroll, a teleport scroll, and a zone scroll, and just get rid of the teleport to, make a teleport to your friend just a teleport spell, and a teleport to zone just a zone spell, a scroll, So they would read recall scroll, teleport scroll, and zone scroll. So you don't have this two friend, two zone. I mean, make it a little bit,
Yeah.
Because it's a bitch sometimes doing this sort, I try and go grab a teleport to zone scroll, and I actually, accidentally pick up the teleport to friends. Trying to simplify things out there, you know what I'm saying? Computer, turn on Studio Lamp 2. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, changes, man. Changes.
Yeah. I mean, I would just, I just like it to be a slash zone, just like it used to be, and screw the making the scrolls. But you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm still waiting for one of our dev friends to actually take me up on my dev challenge of crafting 100 of each scroll.
Exodor and Fane joining us
Twitch.
today. He's saying hello to the Twitch world out there. Twilight Tempest joining us on stream. Blaze, Lazavir LeQuinn says hi. Yes, it's amazing the wonders of technology. You can see yourself through Twitch like that. Is I believe one of the very first really fun, successful streams we had was when we met M60, and we were stream bombing people, and we went out to find him.
Well, we didn't stream bomb him initially. Other people stream bombed him in our guild.
Well, I was part of that, so I was one of those people who was there doing that. So we were live when that happened.
Yeah.
But even today, every once in a while, I'll see somebody out there, and I'll go run through their screen, or just go sit there in the background nonchalantly.
Hey, I miss Woodrow Beefcake's streak in the stream as well. Of course, it's a little bit harder now with the wall up. It's like if you're gonna rehash 4 years of silliness, and then who was it that always sat in the outhouse and then in the middle of the show would come out of it?
Oh God, that was But wasn't that Crafty Method?
Yeah, I think it was Crafty. But in the middle of the show, it's like he would sit in the outhouse.
Well, he would
the middle of the show, and then just come out and say, "Oh yeah."
Or he would just log out in there. We got a question incoming in chat.
Where is this question? I don't see it. So someone's messaging me directly?
Yes, direct message. So.
That's no fun, man.
It's up on screen for everybody to see. Lazavir LeQuinn, like I said, was saying hello.
I can't see it because I'm not watching your screen.
Pull it up on screen. But while we're waiting for this question to come in, I'm going to go ahead and open up today's giveaway. Going to start out with, of course, 20 of those lovely teleport to zone scrolls out there. So if you want to get in on it, all you gotta do is type "bang, I love this shit" to get in on the action.
And while Laz is doing that, and he's waiting for that question, we do have stand-up corner because today is Hump Day, And we can talk about what the artists were doing over on Taco Tuesday. Or, I'm sorry, the developer's doing on Taco Tuesday. But over in the art department, Damon was working on the NBNN. Yeah, so that is the new boss mob coming into the game eventually. Over in design, Beezus.
The Beezinator.
He's testing the back slot to make sure it's properly lubed up, and he expects to wrap it up today. So pretty soon we'll be able to enchant the back slot.
Yes.
And then after that, Sanyo working on pot work and the black iron ore. Although black, how do you pronounce that double C in black? Black. Iron ore quest work. Yeah. The energy vortex. Don't ask me to do that again because I don't know how the hell I did that. Energy vortex. List Rostov working on some new dungeon rooms. And then over in tech,
Little Bob
Dr.
Thompson.
Bob.
Little
Dr. Bob.
Thompson. Yeah, he's in the house.
Yeah. He's importing
That's
items
right.
from the web store.
Actual
into the
rocket
shop.
scientist.
Hold on for just a second. Somebody's knocking on my door.
Somebody's actually knocking on the door. All right. Well, while you're doing that, I don't know what's going on.
Who's that knocking at my door?
I don't know. I hear Sean Silverfoot knocking at my door. How was your holiday, Sean?
I got my pay and I won a lace at Barnacle Grove. It was good, my friend. It was good.
There we go. And he's back.
That was a dog's tail.
Oh, okay. Oh, was the dog wagging his tail and knocking against the counter or something like that?
On the what's it called, door. And then after that, we do have where are you at? Did you do anything or did
No,
you just
I said hello
Sean?
to Sean, and Sean started singing while you were gone, so you missed a good one. He did a verse of Barnacle Bill the Sailor, if you need to know.
Yeah. So I didn't miss anything. So JY's working on the new server setup work and more siege work. Then Wizard Smoke, he's puff passing around some store user interface work. I'm doing my lunch show right now.
I'm busy.
I know. Maybe
You do it 5 days out of the week, and they still haven't figured it out yet.
This is the girl that asked me a really interesting question yesterday, and then.
Yeah, very interesting.
Well, wait, with this, did I send you the other interesting one I got?
No.
This isn't the play one. This was something else. She wanted me to help her find something. But yeah, don't forget the store is going to completely change very, very soon. So they are working on that, as well as the discussions about data structures and imports from the web store. And then Burning Toad, he's scratching the itch. That's the forum bug scanning. And then bugs.
Bug.
The Deathbringer, one and only. He's still out of the office.
Out of the office. ETO.
He returns Tuesday after having his wallet stolen at Walmart.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, that's rather interesting. How do you have your wallet stolen at Walmart? Unless he
was staring at some of the fashion that was going on in Walmart. And,
he dropped his wallet and walked away. Yeah. He was trying on those new pants and the ones without pockets. Yeah. Over in Studio Services, Chaos is working on service reviews and meetings and shipping review and customer service. And Serafino is working on some customer support.
Wonderful.
Over in Useless Overhead, the Dippy Bird, the last 4 servers have been set up, and he's also being sick and might be time for his yearly bronchitis. And then Lord British, he was backpatching and playing and pestering people on his robot.
Back patching, probably because he hasn't been on in a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he had to do a couple patches. I mean, yeah, that's what happens when you take a vacation. And then the Dork Star was planning some stretch goals and store work. Yeah,
Stretch goal.
That's what our devs said they were working on yesterday.
That is correct. And that question has come in, and I'm going to share the question with everybody for everybody to figure this one out. And the question was, here it is, let me just roll back a little bit, is I have a few items selling on different public vendors. Is there a way to me find out what items are on what vendors without physically going there? And of course the answer is yes. And they've recently moved that. It used to be something that was actually located in the bank interface, which is now located in the upper right hand corner in your Windows selector. If you select the Windows selector and drop all the way down to the bottom, you'll notice there is Locate Player Vendor Items, and you can click on that and it will give you a list of all the items that you have for sale on all your vendors throughout the world and what is located where. So, and this list is going to take a little while to populate because I've got a shit ton of vendors throughout the world.
Got scroll vendors in what? 30, 40 cities?
20 plus.
So how do you do that again?
Go up to the Windows selector, click on it, and then go down to the bottom where it says Locate Player Vendor Items. And mine's still loading, by the way. It's still loading items.
I have a crap ton of scrolls.
Still loading. You can see all these books that I've got for sale on my vendors. How to make thousands
mine is
in
all
gold
scrolls
daily.
Except for a town lot.
There we go.
Some NBNN donations and a couple arrows.
You can see I've got a couple hundred of those books available. Also, the Book of Lazarus Volume 1. There's a few select copies out there on my vendors still. But at this point, then, you can select by vendor location and go through each individual vendor by location. Or you can select to go ahead and go by item name. So if you're looking for a specific item, you'll be able to do that. So if you've got stuff all over the world and you're looking for a specific item, that's how you're going to find it. And you'll see we have all sorts of goodies all over the place. Of course, scrolls, and more scrolls. That's right.
Scrolls.
Indeed. But gotta now step away or step forward because, as promised, Chris has gone to the art department and we now have updated stretch goals. This is going to be week 5 coming up this Friday. Yeah, and the updated stretch goals, well, it's under the community live stream for this coming Friday, which is going to be player housing. And if you can get that up on screen, shouldn't be too hard for you. Okay. Yeah, and who do we got here? Victor Vaughn.
At 120K, so remember we were around 109K on over the weekend. So at 120K it would be the Krampus mask and the Black Ice shield. 135K would be the Haunted Sleigh and the Black Ice Elemental statue. 150K would be the Icy Dungeon Cathedral room.
Why the 15K jump? It was 105 to 120, and everything has been 10K jumps. Weird.
Yeah.
Well, it is weird, 95, 105, 85, 65, 75, 85, 95. You're right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't care, but it seems a little off if we've been doing 10K jumps all along.
Well, it's an awful lot of work. And of course, I'm I'm again optimistic about this one because this is a very long cycle. This is 7 total weeks, almost 8 full weeks, almost 2 whole months of intake here during this period, but 7 actual Fridays in this whole release telethon. So a lot of chances. What's that?
I think they've done well, actually.
Absolutely, one of the better release months that we've seen in quite some time. I mean, compared to what we've seen,
a lot better than it has been recently. So
the average used to be 80 to 100 a couple years ago, and then it took a nosedive, dropping down to the 50s to 80 area. Yeah, and that's where, in my opinion, it still sits. So it's nice to see it coming up and be able to get these.
The absolute worst one was the January 2015. Was that where they only raised like 35,000?
It was like 35. Actually, we have that pinned here in the room. Let's pull that up real quick. Is under the stretch goals, should be like the third one down. Telethon reward list, you know, that list we've been using.
Yeah, well, that would require me to actually go to the pins in the channel, and you know how much of a pain in the ass that is.
I know, it's tough
because I actually don't know how to get to the pins. How do you actually get to the pins?
You go up top in the room and you click on the little stick pin.
Okay.
I think it was 49, which is the one we're talking about. When was release 49?
It's the one where the icy cloak came out, so that's all that matters.
The icy cloak, okay.
Yeah, the one.
Because I'm looking at the one that had the juggle snowballs, frost pipe, and the snow dragon for 35K.
Yeah, and the snow dragon was never met.
Yeah, it was.
No. It was the one for the year before that.
Yeah, I'm going back now. Oh, there it is. Winter 2015. Just a snowflake cloak. 25K.
Where did I say it was?
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
It is a stretch goal we could use. The not reached ice nightmare with the frozen coconuts with the icy mist. That would have been a nice one to throw back. Boo-la-di-da-da. Thanks for joining us, Kron. I see you're out there too. Everybody getting in on that giveaway out there?
Boo got in.
Yeah, I see that.
Kron got in. Twilight Tempest got in.
So, the stretch goals, it's an interesting point there, Sean. Where were we on that?
Sorry to throw you off course there.
No. That's what it's all about here. There ain't no script. We make this up as we go. But good catch there, that jump from 105 to 120. And that may be because, again, what did Chris say here? I'm going to quote him out of Discord here, if I can find the post. I'm going to be pushing for at least one more cool dungeon room. By the way, the actual total should show 109K. So already almost halfway to the next stretch goal, and we start next week. So we ended with 109. I'm guessing they might have thought that it was too close to put it 1K away from a stretch goal, but
no, it would have been at 115 for the 10K.
Oh, you're right.
And if you're at 109 from 105, that's basically halfway. So maybe the 120 is a miss.
But this was this was on Monday, so apparently they knew that it was going to be higher than that, and maybe they have an outline that says that's what they jump. I don't know. Well, I guess we could always look at. Let's see.
There is no outline. That they pull the Laz and Jack. They just shoot from the hip.
Yeah, well, I'm
But-
looking at all these other telethon goals, and it's usually 80, 100, 130. And you can get a good list from looking at all these, the list we were just looking at. So let's see, where did we ever get past that to go? 80K, 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 80, 90, 100, 110, 125. Historically. Now this is all historical reference here because these are all past numbers. 80, 90, 100, 110, 80, 90, 100, 80, 90, 100, 80, 90, 100, 80, 90, 100, 80, 90, 100, 65, 75, 85, 95.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No consistency.
65, 75, 85, and it stops
It is
at
the Laz and
85.
Jack method of
There
management.
doesn't seem to be any method to the madness on these stretch goals, and maybe that's something that,
Yeah. So, I mean, the other thing is we also have to figure out what's going to happen with the removal of the add-on store to just being crowns and a couple of episode 2 items. How is that going to affect the stretch goals for the monthly?
We were talking about that yesterday, and I actually went back and I was listening to yesterday's show before today's show just to get a little refresh. And of course, we told you all about the permits to demolish your row houses, the changes to the Kodos, the changes to the add-on store, and we were discussing a bunch of that. And haven't seen any other really chit-chat. And again, for those of you folks who are interested, there are a couple threads open out there on the topic. The one that Chris had started has been unlocked, and it's available for commentary. But I don't see many people either reading too much into this or commenting or any suggestions. I haven't seen too much feedback from the general public on any of these changes. Everybody seems to be in the meh, no big deal, just another day for Shroud of the Avatar, which is a good thing, I'm going to guess. That allows them to do that without all the lashback and the complaints and the bitching and the moaning from the crowd. But I'm really curious how it's going to make a major effect, because upping that price of getting rid of the $5 Kodo pack and upping it to $10 and making that the minimum donation every month, which again, I don't think people realize that's about to happen just yet. And I think after it actually happens, and when they get a smack in the face when they can't donate $5 anymore, is when that feedback and that lashback is going to come back. That's just my guess.
I don't know, because it's with everything shifting to the add-on store. I mean, the in-game add-on store with the Crown Shop, and everything being rough somewhere between the current price and half off of what everything currently is. So like the traditional Yule hat, which is regularly 4 crowns, might be 225 crowns, because you have to remember that your current crowns are going to go from 1 to 100. So and then the reduction in the number of sales that they're doing, it does allow them to be much more granular as far as cost. But I don't know if it's actually going to affect other than affect the number of instantaneous sales. I have no fucking clue what I'm saying.
It's going to have an effect. I just don't think people have really taken everything in yet. And while there are people who are paying attention to the streams, people who actually follow the show here, and get the news and keep it up to date with the daily happenings in and around the game. Those people are informed, and again, many of us are to the point where we know that it's just a constant state of flux. We've gotten to the point after last year that we understand. We've been here. Yeah, that's right. Season 4, folks. Season 4. We've been around the block a bit. Been here a couple of years, and we see year to year how this happens. But this is going to be the most interesting. This change coming in. I don't know. I was mentioning yesterday that there was the discussion that they may put a couple of newer items up into the store during telethons, and that may make something like that. No, Victor Vaughn, this is what? This is season 4, episode 6 or something
7.
like that. 7?
Yeah, I have no clue. I don't
know. Spiff's supposed to be keeping count. Spiff, what episode are we on?
I don't know.
Spiff's gone.
Spiff crashed. Hold on.
Got to go AFK, but I just want to say they need something in there with a $5 price point.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm a stickler on that. If you're going to double that price point, I think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot on that one.
I tend to agree.
And
AFK for a bit.
Go ahead. And I understand that the numbers stay. People make multiple small purchases, and they're getting eaten up by the fees. But now I'm curious. Now every month I make multiple purchases, but those purchases are on different accounts. So my question to them at this point is, how are they tracking those multiple purchases? Can they tell that it's my PayPal account that paid for 5 or 9 purchases? And is that how they're tracking it? Because if that's how they're tracking it,
they get the emails that tell you exactly where you got everything from.
For their analytics that says many people are making multiple purchases. The reason that is because I make those multiple purchases on multiple accounts. Otherwise, I would just spend $45, $100 on one pop and support them buying one major thing and be done with it.
You do realize this goes into that conversation that we've had multiple times off air, where they have a misunderstanding of what a microtransaction is. It's
Absolutely.
About quantity.
And Sir Frank, thank you for that. Again, we've gone down this road before, and the first time they made a change to how they did pledging and all that good stuff, we saw it. It was a nosedive. As soon as they introduced that subscription, a lot of people rebelled, and they put their money back in their pocket, and they said, not going to do it. And again, out of all what I support, and I'm a big supporter, as everybody may know, I'm not going nowhere. I continue to throw money at the game because I know it's going to take continued development, and I have a budget.
I don't know if it took a nosedive based off of the fact that every single telethon is still starting off at. Now it's starting off at like 15,000.
It nosedive
it was
initially
like 9,000.
It initially nosedive until people bought into the subscription.
I disagree with that, just because there was a lot less new artwork coming in and a lot less seasonal content.
Do you want to go back to where you see those stretch goals nosedive on?
But Laz, you also have to take into account this was post reduction in force, when they pretty much stopped doing a bunch of the new stuff. And then we have to remember their entire development model has been really based around add-on store purchases, and that is new things for them to actually sell on the add-on store. So when you had that massive layoff, you had less desirable stretch goals, and people are like, yeah, I really don't want that. I really don't care.
Okay, well, I want to talk to Victor
You're
Von
trying to
out
correlate
here.
that to the subscription, but I really think you're really trying to compare apples and oranges.
Hey, all I'm saying is I know a lot of people withheld money when they first did that, okay? Instead of getting 9 subscriptions out of me, they got 1. So they lost a lot of money from this guy, okay? I can tell you that much. Now, Victor Von out here says double prices mean they only need half the buys to make the same amount of money. And
the only problem is...
And if they lose 25% of the buys, they're still ahead, okay? But I have a budget, and I have that budget across the board, okay? Doesn't matter what the month is, I'm only going to spend that amount of money on the game, period. Okay, so changing the influx of, $10 to $5 to $10, that just means I'm only going to spend it on 3 accounts instead of 8 accounts. That's all that's going to mean. I mean, they're not going to get any more out of it, and it's not really going to do much. And if it really comes down to it, I may not even go that. I'll stick with my 1 subscription, take those rewards, and run with it. But again, I'm optimistic to the point that they'll be smart and stick with the $5, have some new items for people to buy month by month in those rewards, and do that. Of course, microtransactions, like Jack's been saying. It's those $1
really
and $2 transactions that you want. You want small, quick transactions. You want people going, it's $1.50, I don't care. It's $1.50, I don't care. $10, I care. I'm not spending $10 as quick as I'll spend $1.50 10 times. I'll tell you that much. And that's the way people think. They will spend $1.50 10 times quicker than they will spend $10 one time. That's the mentality of people.
Econdas, you really want to start looking at everything in the $2 to $5 range, not $1.50, because you have to think about the fees that are coming out of all of those transactions. So if you think of every transaction, you're going to lose off the top 30 cents plus 3%. Automatically lost. So if you did it at
and we just say 3% because fuck 2.9.
If you do it the minimum price of something as $1, you're already closer to 67 cents of whatever you're doing. And so if you think of the Counter-Strike method for their crates, they sold the keys to the crate. That's it. And they were charging $2.49, so they were making a little over $2 per transaction. And then
I think it was $2.01.
Well, 30 cents and then 3%. No animator. Well, actually, Damon can do some animation, but yeah. But when you start doing all of that stuff, you end up looking at, okay, how many transactions are we getting? But Chris's comment that, hey, we're losing our ass on fees. It's like, don't look at it that way. Look at how many additional people are making purchases.
Yes.
Not because the whales are going to dry up.
Now, again, Sir Frank is in the same and has the same stance as I am. He agrees that getting $5 is a big mistake. And he says the same thing. He says they got 1 pledge out of him, then $5 on multiple accounts. And now he's not even subbing anymore because of their changes. Now, if anybody knows who Sir Frank is, Master of the Mint himself, Sir Frank is another big supporter. And when you lose supporters like that on a regular basis, it has an effect. Now, I've gotten to the point where... again, I keep a lot of items for myself. I buy for my other accounts, and then I sell off the stuff that I don't want, which allows me to have my marketplace store. But at this point, it's not gonna increase the purchasing. I'll just purchase less and sell less, after I take what I want out of those packages. So that's all it's gonna do. It's not gonna, the only way to generate the more money we want is to get the players in. Trying to change that up, is not going to affect how much I donate. Somebody like Sir Frank or anybody else donates, but again, the basic mentality is I would spend $1.50 a lot quicker 10 times than I will $10 in a shot on a video game or anything else for that fact.
And that's because you're thinking chump change, and it's like, what,
absolutely,
I need to buy 5 of those.
I'm running around and I need a potion right here and right now, and it's $1.50. I'm going to go run and buy that potion. If I got to buy a 10-pack for $10, I'm going to go, do I really need to spend that right now? Absolutely. I'm not going to do it.
That's an extravagant.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you got to think of it in the moment. Person's going to want to buy that stuff. And that's the idea of putting this store right here in their face. Is you can buy it, you ain't got to leave the game, you ain't got to go out to the website and make those transactions, get your email, come to the bank, claim the item. I understand all that now. But, again, making
Hey, we're not involved in those meetings where we get to talk to them about these things. So...
Yeah. This is our meeting. We hold open court. They watch the show, and hopefully...
we invite anybody to provide their input.
Yeah. Now, of course, Richard joins us. Atos joins us. Atos does sit and listen and joins in chat occasionally. And right now, we know he's mega busy. I was watching... somebody was having some chat in the Shroud Discord, and they were like, but they're building new servers. It must mean that they're opening...
Knight's part, we have no clue.
What's that?
He's asking about advertising and mainstream media.
Actually, they did talk about that, and that still is...
They mentioned a big advertising push, but yay.
They want to get this big mess all wrapped up and fixed up and patched up first before they do that. Yeah. And speaking of advertising, there's also going to be a new way to advertise in-game coming, but we're not going to get too in-depth on that right now because we've got a little bit of a time crunch sitting in front of us here.
No, we don't.
Not really. I mean, we could sit here and do this.
No script, remember?
We could sit here and do this all day probably, but we agreed that an hour a day was...
We do this all day. We sit here in the channel and just don't broadcast.
Well, we do this off stream most of the day doing this, and that's right. Don't forget, you guys and gals can come out and join us in Discord throughout the day. We're out here, and don't forget, if you're just joining us on stream, you haven't gotten in on it yet, go ahead and bang... I love this shit! Exclamation! I love this shit in Twitch chat. We're gonna get ready to pick a winner. Give you all 20 teleport to zone scrolls.
Yep.
And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make it even better. I'm gonna pick 2 winners at the end, so we'll give away 2 sets of scrolls. How about that?
So you're gonna do it at the end today?
We're going to do it here in a couple of minutes. We'll do it, say, after the calendar. How about that?
Okay. Okay. But
I
it's
love
time for
this
that NBNN app thing.
Yes, you got to tell them all about that wonderful app that we have available. It's in the Google Play Store, it's in the Apple iTunes Store, and it's in the Amazon App Store. So even Spiffy, where are you, Spiff? Can't point to you.
I'm right here.
There he is. Even Spiff can join in on his Kindle. That's right. I made sure we had it in all the stores. And again, I apologize to those small handful of people who have problems. That is beyond my control. But for those of you who need to get access to it, you can always access it via the website as well. I just looked out, and we are just shy of over 1,000 installs on the app. And another number I noticed recently is, we're over 100,000 views of our show on Twitch TV. Did you know that?
What?
Over 100,000 people have tuned in, or 100,000, however they figure that. We've passed 100,000 views. Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm at like 3,000.
Yeah, so we've been around the block a while.
That's awesome.
It's
you know,
probably a lot more than that.
I was
100,000 bots.
100,000 bots. Sater, damn you.
Yeah.
Bang. I love this shit and get in on this before I close it today. Oh, he's already in. Okay.
Get in afterwards. Get in afterwards.
But yes, the NBNN Shroud Avatar app available in all the Play Stores out there for you. And of course, you can read the NBNN Daily Britannian. You can check out the forums. You can hit us up in Discord. You can follow us on social media. I just updated the app with a few new things yesterday. Removed a few things, added a few things, so go out there and check them out. I'm not going to tell you all because there was all sorts of changes, but I keep the app updated on a regular basis. Every month I update what release it is and all that good stuff. So, Zephyr, thank you very much for those bits. So don't forget to go out and get yourself a copy because you can keep track of all sorts of great stuff, including what's going on in and around town on the NBNN Shroud Avatar Community Calendar, which is brought to us every day by our good friends over at hometownhero.com.
Yeah, don't forget that community calendars on nbnn.info. Just click on the calendars button. You too can look at this aggregated mess of all the Google public calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar that guy knows about. If you have a Google public calendar related to Shroud, or if you want to add one-off events to the NBNN Shroud community calendar, email news@nbnn.info.
This guy.
And that guy will do something with it eventually, and I might read it off depending on when your event is.
You tip him, he'll really read it up.
If you tip me, I'll, which is on my channel.
Indeed.
On my channel. I will talk about your event randomly in the middle of the show because I can. But yes, Monday through Friday, you do need to tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia to listen to two idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to. A little show called Lunch
With us.
Yep. And tonight at 7 p.m. on Radio Free Britannia's The 70s at 7. And that is followed by the earhole probing by the Doctor.
The Doctor is
DJ
in.
Eclipse Maiden is going to be doing some unmedicated schizophrenia part un. Today I gave the bird. Yeah. But yeah, and in-game Striker Sparhawks Happy Hour. That's going to take place at some pub somewhere, and you too can get virtually sloshed on Striker's dime.
Sparhawks. Oh.
Yeah, Laz's favorite event of the week.
Right.
Yep.
Somebody else is buying the drinks. I'm there.
Yep. Then the final event of the evening is the Wicked Womb on Radio Free Britannia. And that's our community calendar for this hump day.
That's right. Don't forget you're tuned in to NBNN right here on nbnn.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News. Catching us in replays on YouTube. If you like what you see, click on the sub button down there. Same thing on Twitch. If you like what you see on Twitch, hit that sub button, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And of course, we're going to go ahead and close out this giveaway before we go into the rest of this evening spiel.
Do something.
Yeah, well, we've been bankrupt for a long time. But anyway, last chance, folks, before I hit that. Yeah, that's what $1 trillion in debt means. That's right.
Hey man.
Closing out the giveaway. No more entries to be had here today. We're going to go ahead and pick our winners. And Econdis is our first winner today. You've won. And Sater.
Sater, congratulations.
Sater Farron gets in. There we go. Thank you for joining in on those today. And Econdis and Sater, I think I know both of you in game, but I'll get those out to you right after. I hope so. But congrats to you guys, and thanks everybody for joining us and keeping us here for season 4. That's right. We've been here actually over 4 years, but we're starting our 4th full season here with you guys and gals. And I got to thank you all for everything that you guys do for us. We do appreciate it. Don't forget, again, you can donate a million different ways. There's plenty of links I put in there. You can become a patron by going to patreon.com. You can click the links below either one of our streams. Click on those donate links there. Cryptocurrency accepted on Jack's stream. Use the Streamlab links in the links that we gave you for that. And of course, if you've got Amazon Prime, you get a free sub every month. We'd appreciate them if you use them on our streams. And you got to do those every month, folks. It's free. Use them every month, please, because it gives us a little extra support. We do appreciate it. Sir Frank, thank you very much. We appreciate you stopping in and chatting with us, sharing your opinions, as well as the rest of you folks out there. And of course, don't forget the Airy Fund. Become a supporter today and play for a cause. The Britannia Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove for all your crafting goods. Located in the Quell region next to the town of Exeter, near those mines that you want to be in. Hometown Hero for all your vape juice needs. If you're looking for vape juice, you want to save some money, check out hometownhero.com or check out your free mystery bottle. Conditions apply. Use the promo code NBNN. You'll save 20% off your purchases at hometownheroes.com. Coiled More Wands, Schroeder's Music Services, in-game services from our fellow players out there. If you're looking for goods and services and you want to advertise your stuff, you can become a sponsor right here. Or, anything else you need to let out, let us know. Relics by Rild for all your licensed Shroud Avatar swag. Anything you're looking for, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, patches, coinage, comic books, drinkware, and more. I even think he's got some shower curtains. Oh. But if you want to save some money when you check out at Relics by Rild, drop the promo code NBNN there. We'll save you 10% off your purchase price. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7, including us around the clock at 12s and 6s every Monday through Friday, live at noon. And of course, last but definitely not least, shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable goods, because I love waking up the money in my PayPal account. I tell you what, I love that shit almost as much as I love this shit. I tell you what.
And Shadow says you can't use the teleport to Zone Soul to crag mines either.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is they figured out that they didn't put the mines on the list.
The intro scenes.
And you can teleport right to the mines themselves. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even being able to just get right to the outside scene is even better, because I love the fact that you get to pick the entrance, so you can pick the nearest entrance and just go run right around the corner. So no big deal. Yeah.
It's like, yay. But yes, shroudmarketplace.com is the best place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. Anything and everything. And you too can become a vendor at Shroud Marketplace. Just register an account, then click on vendor registration.
Indeed.
And you can start adding your items, just like Steimer here has set up that silver clockwork armor set. Don't forget the helmet functions as an ether amplifier device. Or if you're looking for a spider silk belt and you don't have one yet, because it's one of the new artifacts, you can find one at Shroud Marketplace as well. And that one at least has the make an offer button enabled. So if you don't like that price, you can always click on, oh wait, he took the make an offer off. Oh well, not my, oopsies.
Econdas, please share a link.
Sanyo will temporarily removed it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to read that. We'll cover this a little bit more tomorrow.
Anything and everything from accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian, cheaper than you can get off the add-on store. I would get all those crowns as soon as possible if I was you.
Buy crowns now. Don't say we didn't warn you. Don't say you didn't get the note. Watch Lunch with Laz and Jack to keep abreast of all this great news. How about those services?
Those services are awesome. My favorite service has to be the cheese sign writing from
Easiest
Wolfcom
writing
Shop.
service in all of New Britannia.
We love it so much. It is the cheesiest that we are actually clients.
That's
You can
right.
see that on my lot in Owl's Head. Yes.
We love this shit. That's right.
I know. Other great services. You've got Mom's ore refining service. You just bring her the ore. She'll provide all the other stuff for it. And
what did you call it yesterday?
The ore refining service. She will refine
the
your
ore.
What? The ore whore. Yes. Maybe that's why she doesn't make me any garlic.
Well, I wonder why I get all those notices saying, "Get over here before your partner
I've got
steals
some for you. I've got some for you. Bambino's Guest Ball host a game service, all the way to leveling services. Scrota's music service, where $5 gets you
anything you want.
Or if you're looking for some guy to host a wedding for you,
host the wedding. I'll perform the wedding. I'll host the wedding. I'll plan the wedding. I'll do everything. Hell, I'll even break in the bride for you if you want.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
How much extra do you charge for that?
That's a free service, my friend.
Free service. That's included in that $25.
That's right. Weddings and more by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. If you're looking for past Telethon rewards, you're looking for bulk ore, granite, you're looking for more cowbell, you name it, we've got it. Weddings and more by Laz, because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. And of course, don't forget, if you're looking for anything Shroud Avatar related, check out shroudmarketplace.com first before you look anywhere else, because it's most likely going to be out there. How many vendors? 140 plus vendors out there.
140 plus.
Each one of those an individual store with an individual owner. You can't beat that. I'll tell you, with anything. So
yeah,
we're going to go ahead
with the order. It will get sorted out.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up and get out of here for today. And we're going to say thank you, everybody, for everything you do, and we'll be back tomorrow. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all then. Bye-bye. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a raid. How do we do raid? /raid?
Well, that would be... /raid. I don't know.
I'm going to drop everybody on Legion of Myth. If not, we'll just host them.
Yeah, it's /raid Legion of Myth.
The episode trying.
Yeah. I guess you just hosted him.
Yeah, I did. I figured I would drop everybody on him real quick and send a thank you to one of our